Hello, thank you very much for being here. My name is Lorenzo, and today I'm going to present you the last challenge. My challenge was in the field of inventory optimization, and let me start with a very small disclaimer. This was not exactly the field in which we had to develop our optimization techniques, but our sponsor decided to remain anonymous, and that's why we adapted our optimization techniques into this context. But still, it's a very interesting context. That in particular is small fair trade retail shops. Because of that, let me give you a little bit of context around it. So I would start with the definition. So fair trade is a term for an arrangement designed to help producers in developing countries achieve sustainable and equitable trade relationships. And why this is interesting? Well, it's interesting because you can see it's an emerging market here. We have this Fair Trade International, that is the organization that is given the stamp that you've seen before, right? And everyone's seen them, right? And you can see this market is increasing in the recent years. And I also want to add some numbers to that. In 2021, Italians spent 553 million euros in products containing at least one fair trade certified ingredient. And that's quite a number. And 2,552 companies licensed more than 37,000 products in 2020, according to the data that we have. And we all agree that this is something we want, right? Fair trade products are something good. They want to see more on our markets, right? But the shops selling them have two main problems. The first one is the dimension, because those are very small shops, right? And they don't really have the space in order to stock all the products that they want to sell to the public. And secondly, they have a problem of management capabilities, especially if compared to the bigger supermarket chains we're used to. And on top of that, we also have that food industry sales representative still present their products in person. And we think that is an outdated way of doing business, and we want to do something about it. The question, therefore, is how can we help them? And here we come into our solution. So we're supposed to have a unified marketplace where demand meets the offer, meaning that we have all the information that we need. And in our case, this was provided by our sponsor. And our task here was to produce the heart of this optimization technique. We produced this two-step algorithm for optimization, where the first step was to build a sort of sentinel that was a sort of eye always open on your stock, and it's gonna tell you which products are doing good, which products are doing bad, right? But we didn't stop here, because we continue by producing an optimized refurbishment plan, meaning that, okay, our product is going out of stock, we need to buy it. But you can buy it at different points in times, right? To maximize, for example, the discounts that you may have on the market, right? And our optimization technique was able to leverage that. And we see it as a win-win situation. Why? Because if we have more fair trade products on the market, we will have better conditions for worker. We'll have better visibility for industries on the platform. We will have an automated way to manage the stock for these shops. And last but not the least, us as customer will be able to find the products that we like on the shelves anytime. And so I will start by telling you how we solved the first problem, that is the stockout problem. And we did it by solving the problem of approaching the problem, to be honest, of overstock and stockout alert by focusing on the demand, right? Because if you want to understand when some product is about to stock out, we need to be aware of how much you're gonna sell of this product, right? In the next few days. So we approach the problem by using many different demand forecasting and time series analysis technique, from the more traditional to the state-of-the-art ones. And among those, we selected the best candidates, we fine-tuned them, and we reached some very great results. And you see our error here is decreasing on our forecasting. And But now let me go to the second point, the one we're most proud of, and that is the optimization technique itself. Right now, also with my other colleagues, you've seen how deep learning can be very useful to solve business problems, right? But here, for us, one of the biggest requirements was transparency. Because if you're a business, you don't only want to know where you have to spend your money, you also want to know why you need to spend your money there, right? And that's why we decided to use a linear program that is a method that has been studied for decades at the moment. And we know because we have some theoretical results telling us about the optimality of those, right? And on top of that, we have therefore transparency, reliability, but we also have scalability. Because with this optimization technique that does not require any learning, can be applied on any amount of data. So even the ones for the small shops. And therefore it's something we really want to do. And last but not least, this method is very, very fast because we can solve this problem in polynomial time, thanks to linear programs. And in particular, let me spend some words about the optimization and the linear program itself. What we try to maximize, and you can see some calculations here on the right, was the so-called GMROI. This is a sort of all-inclusive metric. And in this metric, we see two other very important sub-metrics that you want to be very aware of. The first one is the margin. And if you have a business, you know that you want to maximize your margins over time, right? But on top of that, we want to also minimize the average stock value. Because again, we may have some bounds on the stock that we want to keep. And in general, it's always good to keep as less quantity in stock as possible. And again, if you have any question for those one of you interested here, we can have a chat about the mathematics around it. And let me conclude by mentioning the team that worked on this. Together with me, there was Francesco, who is a student at Lewis University studying economics and computer science. And he helped us giving some insights about the business. And then there was me, who I'm a graduate in mathematics and computer science, and I work on the modeling that you've seen before. And a shout out goes for the mentor, Lucas. There's an expert in time series analysis. And of course, a big thanks will go to Marcello, that is our coach. So thank you very much for your attention.